Good. Okay. All right. So, well, today let's continue our lesson. It will be about writing the concluding sentence. Okay. If in the previous meeting, we have already learned about capitalization, and then also how to write topic sentence, supporting sentence. And now and I hope you guys have already finished and done the exercise. Okay, so now today we are going to learn how to write concluding sentence. Okay, the concluding sentence is the last sentence of a paragraph. Okay, now the function of the concluding sentence is to signal the end of the paragraph. The concluding sentence can either be a restatement of the topic sentence, a summary of supporting sentences, or contain a final comment about the topic. So the concluding sentence in a paragraph should be a general statement, that relates to the idea expressed in the topic sentence, and not another fact or detail of support if restating the topic. So it should be expressed in different words, not an exact copy of topic sentence. Now, so when you write concluding sentence, which gives signals that this is the end of the writing of the paragraph, so actually concluding sentence should be general statement, but you cannot just copy paste or just make the same sentence with topic sentence. Okay, you should guys write the topic sentence in another way, but it's like the same meaning, but you need to restate, okay, or paraphrase, saying the topic sentence in another way. Okay. Guys, if you want to join this class, please on your camera. If you can't, it's okay, you can leave. If you want to join this class, please on your camera. If you can't on your camera, it's okay, you can leave. I just want to talk to people who listen to me, not busy with their own business there. Just leave. If you can't on your camera, just leave. No problem to me. Just leave. Just leave. I don't need someone who won't just join the Zoom but doesn't understand. Okay, and then many words or phrase can be used to signal the end of the paragraph in concluding sentences. Now, here are just a few, guys. So actually, there are a lot of phrases people use to show that this is the concluding sentence. So, for example, finally, it shows that this is the end of the paragraph, or in conclusion, or in a summary. Therefore, thus, or as a result, indeed, in a brief, and in short. Other phrases which do not require commas include, I mean, this phrase, you can use this phrase and then put comma after using this word. But you also can use another phrases or other phrases which doesn't need comma. For example, we can see that blah, blah, blah. It is clear that blah, blah, blah. This example shows that blah, blah, blah. There can be no doubt that, and the evidence suggests that blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now let's read the paragraph below and underline the topic sentence. You guys underline the topic sentence. Circle the transition words to see supporting sentences. Yang we studied it last week. And then write a concluding sentence for the paragraph. Okay. So what should you do later? Please read this paragraph. And then guys, underline the topic sentence. Which one do you think is the topic sentence? And then circle the transition words. Ada yang masih ingat what are the transition words to show the supporting sentence? Guys? Nggak ada yang ingat. Yang berlalu biarlah berlalu. Nggak ada yang nempel satupun. Yang dipelajari, yang diajarin tuh nggak ada yang nempel satupun. Terbang aja kayak debu. Cuma aja diajarin. Nggak ada yang ingat. Apalagi kalau nggak ada videonya. Nggak ada lagi, hilang lah sama sekali. Makanya tuh saya tuh ngerekam. Bikin video supaya kalian tuh bisa ngulang-ulang sendiri. You understand? Jadi kalau perlu lagi, ingat lagi, ya udah tinggal play aja videonya. Nggak ada yang bisa jawab satupun. Apa kemarin nih transition word to see supporting sentence? Kan kemarin kita belajar tentang topic sentence. And then after topic sentence, we must give supporting sentences atau supporting statement. Nah, tapi dia ada transition word-nya to show that this is the supporting sentence. Okay, so if you want to write the concluding sentence for the paragraph, you guys need to use this one. You can use these phrases to show this is your concluding sentence. You have already write topic sentence, and then you support your topic sentence by giving a supporting statement, and then the last is writing the concluding sentence. Habis baterainya? Habis. Oh, nanti kita cas ya. Yes. So this is what you have to write about the topic sentence. Write the concluding sentence. And then move on to the next exercise. Izin off camera ya, because my baby wants to nenen. Okay, and then next, it's about paragraph, the paragraph. It's concluding sentence. The concluding sentence. So let's look at this. Read the two paragraph below and write a topic sentence and a concluding sentence for each. So if you see this paragraph, there isn't any topic sentence, but this paragraph has already given the supporting sentence, yeah, the information about the topic sentence. So you can write what do you think is the topic sentence. After that, write the concluding sentence. Remember that you cannot copy topic sentence to the concluding sentence. You need to restate. Okay, you need to restate or paraphrase. Nah, jadi tidak boleh misalnya topik sentence-nya itu atau concluding sentence-nya jauh berbeda dari topik sentence, tidak. As the meaning of the concluding sentence, this one, concluding sentence, you know, can be either a restatement of the topic sentence or a summary of the of summary of the supporting sentence or contain a final comment about the topic. Yeah. So it's a restatement. So restatement is like you paraphrase the topic sentence. Dibahasakan kembali dengan bahasa yang sama dengan topic sentence, but you cannot just copy paste the topic sentence. Okay. Or when you write concluding sentence, it also can be a summary of supporting sentence. Maybe you want to take all the summary of supporting sentence, but it's a summary. Or contain a final comment about the topic. Okay. Now, this is the phrase you can use to complete the paragraph when you want to write the concluding sentence here. Okay, there are 2 paragraphs. Now, guys, for exercise 3.8, rewrite this paragraph on a separate sheet of paper with correct capitalization. Make sure. Kalau yang di atas kan hanya menuliskan, latihan menuliskan concluding sentence and topic sentence. But in this paragraph, you should rewrite the paragraph in another piece of paper with correct capitalization, punctuation, and use of number of agreement. Okay? Yeah. Now this one, as you may see, this is the beginning of sentence, but it doesn't use capital letter. So you should apply all what we have learned about capitalization, punctuation, the use of number of agreement, singular and plural, that we have already learned earlier. Okay. And the last, you should write a short paragraph. This is called short, so please don't make a story, don't write short story or a novel, okay? Just write a paragraph. Just write a short paragraph on a separate sheet or paper about this one, a city or a country you are interested in. Widya, what country are you interested to visit one day? What country? Do you have any dream country you want to visit one day?
Yes, Miss.
What is it?
Going to Mecca.
Mecca. Okay. So, okay, maybe you want to go. You are really interested to visit Mecca or Medina or Jeddah. You can write about that. Yeah, just a short paragraph. Maybe 1 paragraph it's enough. Okay. And how about Januar? Januar, are you? What country or what city do you want to visit?
I want to visit Turkey, Miss.
Turkey.
Yes.
Turkey. All right. How about Maharani? How about Maharani? Almai?
Yes, Miss.
Yes, apa? Pertanyaannya dijawab.
South Korea, Miss.
South Korea. South Korea, okay, ya. Hayatun Nufus?
London, Miss.
London, okay. All right. Good to have a dream country, okay? Nah, please write about the country or the city you are really interested in, okay? Now make sure the topic sentence identify the limits and limits the topic. And when you write, guys, make sure the supporting sentence should have more specific information about the place. You can cite 3 or 4 examples using different transition words for each sentence. Remember to indicate what you think about the place in the concluding sentence. So for example, you can write in the concluding sentence that, okay, I do really want to visit Mecca because it's a holy city for Muslim, and to complete one of the pillar of Islam. Nah, that's it, okay? Because concluding sentence can be final comment, not only restate. Restate the topic sentence. Okay. Any question up to here?
Miss mau tanya, Miss.
Yes, go ahead.
Kan concluding sentence-nya itu bisa restate. Kalau misal topic sentence-nya aktif, concluding sentence-nya bisa pakai pasif, Miss.
Yeah, no problem. It's okay. As long as you don't create a new issue. Coba tanya Puang di dalam. Di dalam. Puang yang simpan. Okay. Nah, contoh concluding sentence, incorrect concluding sentence. For example, you want to talk about, okay, for example, the country that I really want to visit in the future, atau my dream countries is Mecca. Mecca is situated in Saudi Arabia. It is a city where all Muslims gather to complete the pillar of Islam. Blah, 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 blah. And then, nah, concluding sentence-nya, contoh yang salah, misalnya, I also want to visit Madinah. And then the paragraph over. Because that's a new idea, a new issue. Nah, jadi nggak boleh. Ayo, wait, okay. Any other question? Or
No, Miss.
or when you guys write the concluding sentence about, okay, ini pada concluding sentence, tapi kalian buat, and there are a lot of delicious food in Mecca which we can eat when we visit Mecca. And then the paragraph over. Nah, itu nggak bisa, Kak. Karena that's a new idea. That's a new topic. It's a new topic because you want to discuss about food. Okay? Now, while the topic sentence is talking about the country you want to visit. So, when you said the country that I really want to visit one day is Mecca. Mecca is situated in blah 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 blah. So you should like, you know, give example for the supporting sentence, and then state concluding sentence. Can you guys see my slide? Can you see my PDF?
Yes, Miss.
Yes, Miss.
Yes, Miss.
Is it
Dalam
about writing
PDF-nya,
in
Miss.
simple present tense?
No, Miss, your file.
Oh. How about now? Is it
Yes,
writing
Miss.
in the simple present tense?
Yes, Miss.
Yes, Miss.
Yes, Miss.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
Miss.
Okay, we have discussed about the concluding sentence. So now let's discuss how to write in the simple present tense. Okay, so guys, we use the simple present tense is used to talk about facts, habit, and action. Okay, that happen all time. Okay, so the habit or action we use in simple present is not what happened in the past or in the future, but it happens all the time, or it's happened gradually, regularly. Okay, for example, about the facts. Facts, okay. Water covered over 70% of Earth's surface. I exercise every morning before I go to work. Okay. When using the simple, this is the example of fact. And then this one, it's about habits. I exercise every morning before I go to work. Intinya present simple itu we use original verb. Oke, kata kerja dasar. Jangan kata kerja berbentuk ing, kata kerja bentuk kedua, atau kata kerja bentuk ketiga. Intinya when you want to write, when you want to write about habit, facts, or action which happen all the time, which happen all the time regularly, you cannot use verb ing, verb to, or verb 3. Okay, you must use the base form of verb, or kalau biasanya bilang original verb. Pokoknya kata kerja dasarnya itu hanya harus ditambahkan s atau es saja kalau subjeknya singular ya. Nah guys, when using the simple present, the subject verb agreement rule must be observed. Nah, if the subject of the sentence is third person singular, pronoun he or she, it, or singular nouns, add an s to the end of the verb for form the verb subject agreement. This one, you should add es or s at the end of the verb if the subject singular. For example, she takes a walk after a class every day. My dog likes to swim. You see? Nah, kata kerja dasarnya kan like sama take. Tapi karena subjeknya singular, tunggal, maka kata kerja dasar tadi, kata kerja ori tadi, kita tambahkan ending s atau es. And then if the subject first or second person singular or third person plural, do not use s. Nih, jadi kalau subjeknya I, you, they, we itu you cannot use s or es at the end of the verb, okay? No, only if the subject is the third singular person. This one, you look. This one. Okay. This one. And this one. Do not like. Okay, if it is negative sentence. Nah. Okay, let's look at this. Simple present verbs require an s added to the end to change their spelling of the third singular person. Nah, kalau orang pertama tunggal tidak ya. Kalau I itu kan orang pertama tunggal. Nah, you cannot add s. Nah, tapi kalau verb yang endingnya, kata kerja yang endingnya double s or z or ch or sh or also x, nah, you guys need to add es, not only s, but also es for the ending. Okay, it's require es. Added to the end of change the spelling of the third person singular. So for example, I box, ini tetap ya kalau orang pertama tunggal. Nah, this one, he boxes every day for exercise. Jadi kalau menulis hati-hati spellingnya, kalau dia double S atau kata kerjanya berakhiran Z, CH, SH, or X, you should add ES, jangan S saja. Okay, and then verb that end in with a consonant, Y, ya, kata kerja yang berakhiran huruf konsonan harus ditambahkan IES, not only S and ES. Okay, so for example, I try. Kalau I ini pokoknya selalu pakai verb ori aja. Nah, ketika subjeknya tunggal, dilebur dulu ya. Jadi Y-nya itu dilebur dulu atau dihilangkan, lalu ditambahkan dengan IES. Nah, oke. Tapi itu hanya jika verbnya, kata kerjanya guys, itu sama-sama konsonan sebelum huruf terakhir. Tapi kalau dia kata kerjanya itu sebelum huruf Y-nya itu adalah huruf vokal, jangan ditambahkan I atau S, IIS ya, only S aja. You understand?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, good. Okay, this one. Jadi kalau dia bukan huruf konsonan-konsonan, jangan diberikan IES, hanya S aja. Okay. Nah, this is the exercise you should do for your practice. Change the verb in the parentheses to ensure the subject-verb agreement. Also include the correct be verb and correct any errors in capitalization. This one. Nah, nih for example, ini harusnya apa?
Lives, Miss.
With S ya? Yes, very good. And this one?
Is teacher.
Yes, she is teacher. Okay, you do the rest. And then this one, you need to rewrite the sentence below and make sure you guys use the correct capitalization and punctuation. Intinya semua yang Anda pelajari itu diaplikasikan. Nih ya, you have to rewrite again. Guys, by the way, how do you do the assignment? Do you write manually with your hand? How did you do exercise assignment in chapter 7 and 8? How did you do that?
Type, Miss.
Ketik, Miss.
You type here directly ya? Kalian nulis di sini langsung gitu ya, di PDF-nya ya?
Di Word, Miss.
Hah?
Tulis ulang di Word, Miss.
Oke. Sebenarnya saya tuh nggak terlalu setuju kalau diketik di Word. Karena apa? Ya terus terang aja, kan kalau pakai mesin itu kan sudah otomatis dianya ngasih tahu kalau salah. Ya kan? Misalnya kalian tulis huruf I, terus I-nya itu nanti kalian tulis huruf kecil, pasti dia merah. Jadi maksudnya kurang menstimulasi apa ya, skill menulis kalian itu sebenarnya. Karena ketika diketik ya udah kalian otomatis kenapa ya salah gini. Nah, pasti ada, jadi enggak apa ya, enggak menstimulasi kalian oh ya gimana menulisnya dengan benar. Kalau diketik di Word itu ya udah asal ketik aja, nanti kalau salah kan dia merah. Ya toh? Atau grammarnya
Yes,
salah.
Miss.
Iya, kalau grammarnya salah pasti nanti dia biru atau hijau gitu. Nah, jadi sebenarnya Miss kurang setuju kalau diketik seperti itu. Ya. Mungkin untuk selanjutnya, makanya saya share PDF-nya itu, harapan saya ya kalian itu bisa memprintnya lalu tulis aja dengan tangan di sini. Oke? Begitu? Yes? PDF-nya
Yes,
itu
Miss.
ya, PDF-nya itu di-share, di print lalu ditulis dengan tangan. Nah, begitu. Lalu difotokan aja. Nanti difoto lalu digabung jadi PDF. Nah, baru dikumpulkan. Gitu. Itu ya. Oke. Jadi mungkin untuk selanjutnya menjelang selesai perkuliahan dan ini mungkin nanti nggak usah ini, kalian ya silahkan tulis hand aja langsung di sini, tulis tangan, kemudian di print dulu PDF yang kosong ini, and then you guys write with your hand, oke? Nah lalu setelah itu lalu kalian PDF-kan, kalian scan di PDF-kan. Nah itu yang dikumpulkan, jadi nggak usah hard copy aja, oke? Nah terus kecuali ada instruksi di mana di situ misalnya write in another sheet of paper. Kalau diminta menulis di kertas yang lain, nah berarti nanti kalian tambahin lagi gitu PDF scan-annya, oke? Understood?
Yes, Miss.
Yes,
Okay.
Miss.
Nah,
Izin
next.
bertanya.
Yes.
Miss,
Miss,
berarti yang
Gimana Widya?
itu Miss kan saya lagi nggak di Jambi, posisinya lagi di rumah. Terus boleh nggak kalau misalkan itu saya langsung tulis tangan terus nanti di scan nitip ke teman gitu Miss. Jadi yang itunya nggak di print dulu tapi langsung tulis tangan gitu Miss.
Saya nggak mau ada tercecer-cecer. Jadi kalau hard copy semua. Kalau dikirimkan via email atau dalam bentuk soft copy semua. Nanti tercecer-cecer. Karena saya nanti ngoreksinya itu satu bundel. Misalnya ngeceknya di PDF, saya cek semua di PDF. Saya nggak ngecek yang di hard copy. Kecuali kalau kemarin kan memang saya minta kirim hard copy kan. Gitu ya. Pokoknya semuanya seragam. Untuk ya, jadi yang 78 kemarin kalian gimana ngerjainnya?
Tulis Miss.
67, Miss.
Tulis tangan ya. Oke, berarti mulai dari chapter 7, assignment chapter 7 itu ya udah, berarti kita sudah PDF aja, nggak usah hard copy, kalian scan. Di scan. Tapi pastikan ya mengerjakannya itu di halaman ini, jangan di kertas kosong. Karena kalau di kertas kosong berbeda, kalian cuma nulis jawabannya. Saya nggak tahu yang dia bagian-bagian mananya. Do you understand? Makanya saya minta PDF-nya itu di print masing-masing aja, terus langsung dikerjakan di bawah sini gitu. Misalnya, you huruf Y-nya huruf besar, you exercise every day, terus pakai titik gitu. Ya? Nah, jadi langsung aja di sini. Gitu ya, Widya?
Yes, Miss. Thank you, Miss.
Kemarin exercise 6 juga, Miss. Jadi 6 itu ditulis, di print dulu gitu atau gimana, Miss?
Yang terakhir dikumpul hard copy chapter 5 ya, guys.
5, Miss.
Oh ya, oke, cool. Ya, nggak apa-apa. Berarti dari chapter 6 ya. Yang pasti
6
saya
mulai
minta
di print
tolong.
berarti ya?
Iya, dari 6 berarti. Yang pasti saya minta tolong tulis dengan jelas. Tulis jangan dengan huruf yang terlalu kecil supaya saya mudah membacanya. Bayangkan banyak yang harus dibaca, yang harus dikoreksi, oke? Jadi kasihanilah mata tua Miss ini. Jadi kalau tulisannya kecil, cakar ayam, terus aduh ya sudahlah. Payahlah membacanya. Bisa-bisa betul jadi salah. Nah, next. Oke, ini udah tinggal menyalin kembali tapi dengan huruf capitalization and punctual yang betul. And then this one. Now write 3 similar sentence on a separate paper using your own. Nah, terus kalian diminta membuat 3 kalimat. Kalimat kalian sendiri yang menggunakan present simple dengan ini ya, third person singular.